Hey, hope you're having a good day. It is rainy here and just kind of muggy, and I'm home today taking it easy with fighting some allergies that I got over the last few days. More so when I was in Florida. I guess my body is not used to those blooms in Florida. But doing all my natural things. So watch my other videos about allergies if you want to see about that. But I decided to make soup. It's definitely a soup kind of day. So I wanted to show you what I'm making. It's kind of a combination of a chili and soup. I would call it more of like a harvest chili. And my main seasoning is going to be dill. I was craving dill. I was going to make a potato soup, which I always put dill in. And then I decided to instead make a full potato soup to make a veggie chili, and I will add potatoes to it. So I'm gonna show you, I have it all set, and I will show you what I'm doing. So I'm first starting with a combination of 3 cups of veggie broth. Wow, that cup looks big in the video. And a cup of water. Put that in the crock pot. And then I'm adding, these are sweet and spicy, what are they called? Fire roasted, sweet and smoky, organic diced tomatoes from Wegmans. My husband accidentally bought like this huge can, so I'm just using part of it. It's about 2 cups. Putting that in. And then I'm gonna add this is what I call the meat part of the chili, but because I don't eat meat, I use chopped up walnuts and or pecans, and this time I'm using both. I just decided to combine it. So that's about 2 cups also. And then I'm gonna add, this is 4 medium-sized carrots chopped up, and they're so pretty, rainbow carrots from Trader Joe's. And then I have a cup here of sweet peas. These are a great source of protein also for vegetarian, and they add just a little bit of sweetness to the chili. And then I'm gonna add my beans. So I have Great Northern beans, chickpeas, and cannellini beans. 1 can each. Put that in, mix it up. I'll bring the camera over so you can see it. So it's pretty hearty. And what I love to tell people is don't be afraid of the kitchen, and don't be afraid of kind of adding things in. So I think I'm gonna need another either cup of water or a cup of broth. So I'll see how it goes when it's cooking. Oh, I forgot to add one more thing in, and then add these into my bowl. So I always also add, when I'm making kind of a harvest chili, a chopped up apple, and it makes it so good. It just adds a little bit of that crunch with the carrots, and some sweetness to that. So I'm gonna add that in too. And then I have, for my seasoning, I have the dill. And I'm gonna add some of that, and I just kind of break it up and put it in. Hopefully you guys can see. I love dill. Dill is so good for your immune system. I also use dill oil sometimes, and then actually I try to find mine and add it. But dill oil, if you have a teenager, or if you yourself are suffering from any kind of menstrual cramps, you could put dill on, and it will help soothe it, along with Clary Calm. Just an extra little fact. And then I just add my spices. So I'll add some pepper. I don't even measure it. I just kind of taste as I go. I'll mix it up and taste it. I love this mixed up salt. It has herbs in it, so I add that. Now, one thing I forgot to say is if you want to add a chopped onion and maybe 1 or 2 garlics, I would recommend that. I just can't have onion or garlic, so I can't add it in. Now I can have it in seasoning. So I will add a little bit of this to it. It's a Mexican seasoning, but it just has the chili spices I like. So it has a little bit of garlic and onion, but I'll add more of this, which is chilies and cumin. I love cumin. So don't be afraid, just kind of sprinkle it in. If you want a measurement, I would say to start with 1/4 of a teaspoon to 1/2 teaspoon of what you like. But as you're cooking, just taste it and see what else you need. So I'm gonna mix that up. And I'm definitely gonna need another cup of broth. So I'm gonna add that to it. This is a very hearty soup, but as it cooks, it's gonna cook down. And I love making soup to have for the week. And I also share with some neighbors, which is fun. So I'm gonna take the camera so that you can see. I can't flip it, but I will turn it over. So you can see there all the goodness in there. And now I have soup for the week on this very rainy day, rainy April day. So I hope that you found that helpful, and let me know if you end up cooking this and what you thought. And if you want any other tips, just be sure to follow me mostly on Instagram and Lee Deborah Wellness, and make sure you're following the stories too. All right, cheers to cooking. I did forget to mention that I have these potatoes from the farm market, and I'm gonna roast them and then put probably about 1 cup of potatoes into the soup as well. I did forget to mention that, just to add some potatoes to it.